Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, you guys know the deal on this channel. We must continue to set the record straight, stop the lies, stop the narratives, stop them from rewriting the history. And in this video, we're going to talk about my man Anthony Edwards. Shout out to Anthony Edwards. And how my man Anthony Edwards just kept it real about Michael Jordan, man. I saw this quote from Anthony Edwards. Now, you never know with these quotes. Sometimes they paraphrase these things, or they take it out of context, or they highlight certain things and whatever. But he talked about, it was a quote about the comparisons between him and Michael Jordan, and him saying that Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time, and, you know, he doesn't want to be compared to Michael Jordan because he's the greatest of all time. And he kept it real right there, man. I'm going to talk about this video. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states, man. Shout out to all you guys out there, for real, man. No doubt, yo. Much respect to all you guys. I am truly humbled. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, shout out to Anthony Edwards, man. I like the kid. You know what I'm saying? He's an up-and-comer, a young superstar in the making. And I saw a quote that he had said, you know, when they had asked him about, in relation to the comparisons with Michael Jordan and his feelings on these things. And I thought he just kept it real. And he said, basically, you know, I don't like the comparisons. Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time. I don't want to be compared to him. That's literally what the quote said. And these are the facts, guys. I hate when people try to, this is once again proving and highlighting that Michael Jordan is the bar, and that Michael Jordan really is what the NBA is looking for, the next Michael Jordan. They've never found it. It's never gotten there. And they kind of missed at the NBA. Those are just the facts, guys. Those are the facts. So they're hoping that someone like an Anthony Edwards with the flash, with the skills, right? With the game, the swag, that he can replace or try to step in and be that next Michael Jordan, so to speak. But when we talk about the comparisons, they're not really warranted. Yes, maybe off the game, so to speak, and some of the dunks, maybe when you show some of the highlights, yes, you may think of a Michael Jordan with the flash. But when we think about the overall game, the impact on the game, the impact on his teammates, on both ends, it's not to Michael Jordan's level what Anthony Edwards does, and there's no knock on him. But once again, this is why he's saying and why he's keeping it real when he says, I don't want to be compared to Michael Jordan because he's the greatest of all time. Right? These are the facts. And he's keeping it real right there. Now, down the road some years, maybe those comparisons will be warranted. But right now they're not. And he knows that, and he's keeping it real. And we all have to keep it real and understand that despite Anthony Edwards' age, he's been in the NBA for about, I think, 3 or 4 seasons now, something like that. And we must once again go back to the impact on the game. It's not like Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan came in, guys, it was something else. Remember, the brand, the icon of Michael Jordan, the slam dunk contest, the sneakers. Anthony Edwards does not have that. So once again, we must remember these things. This does not take away from Anthony Edwards what he's doing right now. Sensational. But he's around the money when he says, yo, I don't want to be compared to Michael Jordan because he's the greatest. Even if Anthony Edwards doesn't believe that Michael Jordan's the greatest of all time, it's not about him saying that Michael Jordan's the greatest. It's saying that he doesn't want those comparisons because he holds Michael Jordan in that regard. So I thought that was a very classy response for a young kid and being honest because he's nowhere near Michael Jordan right now. And he doesn't have the game right now of Michael Jordan on both sides and the impact. Because let's think about something else. When we think about Michael Jordan, part of the greatness of Michael Jordan was that he was doing things right against the odds. Against the odds, guys. People forget these things. When they talk about, oh, Michael Jordan lost one night. He was against the odds in all of those early seasons. When we think about what Anthony Edwards is doing this season on the Minnesota Timberwolves, we must think about the talent level around him. Once again, takes away nothing from Anthony Edwards. He's the clear-cut leader. Karl-Anthony Towns, to me, is not a number 1 guy. You know how I feel about that clown. But he's at least a number 2, and he at least has the talent there. even though he never shows up when you need him. But when we think about guys like Gobert and the Nasir Reeds, who just won a 6th Man of the Year award, when we think about the impact of these players, the talent of these guys is definitely more than what Michael Jordan had early on his career on the Chicago Bulls. Michael Jordan maximizing his teammates, doing more with less. And once again, the impact on the defensive end. Not saying that Anthony Edwards does not play defense or does not have an impact on the defensive end, but it's not to Michael Jordan's level. The game is different. Michael Jordan had the greater instincts on the defensive end. And once again, to me, Michael Jordan was just a greater player. He was just, like I said, he was even more flashier, more spectacular, more creative, and just better. The scoring ability. And once again, this is why Anthony Edwards does not want to be compared to Michael Jordan. The comparisons are fun, but he knows the deal. So much respect to Anthony Edwards, man. Shout out to him, for real. Because like I said, I thought to me, he kept it real right there. And he was humble enough to realize at this young age that Michael Jordan's the bar. He knows that Michael Jordan's the bar. And in order to get there, you don't just proclaim yourself there. You can't just say you are. You have to go out there and prove it consistently, year after year after year. And never give up. That's Michael Jordan, guys, the love of the game. That's a lot of the all-time greats. A lot of the all-time greats. And that's what Anthony Edwards wants to be. One of the all-time greats and respected like the other all-time greats. Being humble and knowing, once again, that Michael Jordan's the standard and he's not on that level right now. So don't compare me to Michael Jordan. So once again, much respect to Anthony Edwards. And I hope he continues to do his thing, man. Like I said, I hope this next generation can pick up the torch after these guys fumbled it. But remember, guys, Michael Jordan was on another level. Going against legendary teams early on in his career. Against some of the greatest defensive players in the history of the game. In the golden era. Shout out to Anthony Edwards. Shout out to Michael Jordan. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.